Well, hello there, guys, and welcome to some Combat Mission Fortress Italy gameplay and an overview. Pretty much, well, I'm just going to throw it out there. This is my favorite combat mission game, period. Actually, I want to take that back. I would say Black Sea is probably ahead. This and then Shock Force. This is how, in my opinion, where I think the combat mission engine works the best. In Italy, you've got a lot of towns, number one, that you can fight in, but you've also got some pretty good, like, sort of hill locations that are good for defense and just good for, like, sort of a versus situation, if that makes sense. So we're going to go ahead and jump into one of the battles, guys. I just want to show you guys what the game has to offer. So some of these campaigns are actually DLC that I have installed. The other one, like if you have CCGL or whatever, that's going to be the DLC I have installed. But there's a ton of different campaigns, of course, either as the British, the Americans, or the Germans, or even the Italians. We're actually going to be playing as the Italians in today's fight, just to see how things go. As in every combat mission game, we've got, of course, saved games, PBM. We've got joining a network game, so if you want to do play by email with somebody. And there's also a decent amount of battles here as you look through. Once again, if you see a GL or an RZV in front of those are going to be DLC. But the battle that we're going to be playing today is going to be the Battle of Lemon Hill, and it takes place in Italy, and it's actually, we're going to be actually commanding the Italians on Sicily, the first contact with the Americans, and we're going to see how long we can hold out. We're actually supposed to take a hill, which I consider to be pretty damn tough. We have it on veteran mode, but let's just see how the battle goes. Again, I think this is one of the best combat mission games, if not the best one. In terms of the way the engine works, this game is just perfect for the engine. So let's get in there. Oh, yeah. As you can see, armored cars leading the way. We're met with heavy fire coming from a hill, looking over the road 5 kilometers bridge. Tattaglia, clear the hill and its surrounding of all hostile forces. So quite simply, we need to get in there and try and destroy this damn hill. That's exactly what I'm going to be doing here, so let's jump right in there. And first, let's take a look and see how many forces we even have. Sorry about that. Alright, how many forces we even have here? So let's take a look. Actually, we've got quite a few. A lot of spotters, quite a few of standard infantry units over here. It looks like we've got some actual artillery support, which isn't bad. I'm not sure how quickly that artillery would be called in. We've also got some mortar support. This is looking all right, man. But again, we are playing as the Italians. They are known as not being particularly good in World War II games in general, and maybe in World War II, although they fought very bravely on the Eastern Front, believe it or not. So I already see what could potentially be like a enemy defensive position there. I'm a little concerned, nonetheless. I am going to push up to the tree line. We're just going to move up with that group. We'll do the same with this group. I'm assuming they're not going to be around this area until we get to the Lemon Grove. Again, that assumption could prove to be fatal, but we're just going to have to go with our intuition here. And once again, quick move. This guy, I want him to quick move over here. And I want the scout cars to follow, but I don't want them to follow all at once. So what I'm going to do is actually have this scout car kind of push and then hunt the rest of the way, so that he's checking to see if any Amerikaners are hanging out in the area. Again, we are playing as the Italians, so it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. I'm going to have to go get my other phone here in a bit. I don't know why I can't check the chat. I have to, like, open the app. I don't want to download the damn app. Again, we're going to go on hunt maneuver over here too. Quick move, hunt maneuver. And of course, we want to bring up our mortars. Let's keep our mortars kind of back here. And let's get started. Here we go. Pushing up. So far, no contact. Again, I'm anticipating that contact to come from the top of the hill. I love the look at the Bersaglieri. They have the standard Italian wear. Just looks so awesome. And I just love the approach here. It's really nicely detailed here. This is also the version coming to Steam, for those of you wondering. It's one and the same, essentially. I don't know if they've updated anything or if they're just porting it over, but it looks good. Just see who we forgot, and then we'll bring them along. We do have that MG, so I'd like to bring that along for sure. But so far, it looks like we're moving without resistance. Again, I don't think we're going to be facing any major resistance till we get to the top of that hill. Let's get him into the woods over there. These guys are going to be pretty exhausted, too, by the time they get to their designated locations. There's a lot happening, or a lot of movement going on, I should say. So once we get over there, let's just hope they don't drop any mortars directly on top of us. Quick move that machine gun into the tree line, too. And let's keep on pushing for that tree line. Nothing so far. We've made it there. Not a lick of contact. I am starting to see some buildings, though, off in the distance there. I'm thinking we should try to make it kind of to the tree line right, coasting right outside of that, and start engaging. I am going to give these guys just a bit, though, to recuperate. I mean, they just ran across an entire damn field. I think we should probably approach with caution, maybe even send forward some scout units just to probe and take a look at the situation. We'll take a look at the chat, guys, but I'm really sorry. I'm going to have to do it the old-fashioned way. It's so frustrating, too. Hold on. I don't know why it's not working on my phone. How you doing, Commie Squid? Good to see you, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I'll try to keep it pretty, You know, look, the thing is, the way I do it, it's like when something interesting comes out, I'll play it. Not a lot of interesting things have come out in the strategy world, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. I kind of meant to do something on Jagged Alliance 3 because of that, because I quite enjoyed that, but in general, it's like, what do you expect? All right, so I'm going to quick move. I don't really want to move through the vineyard, but then again, it would draw fire. I'm going to do this. I'm going to quick move, and then I'm going to hunt with just this one unit, this rifle squad. We'll do the same with this vehicle, this armored car. Carro armato. And we're just going to hunt. I'm really trying to draw fire at this point, believe it or not. Like, I want to see where the enemy is located. So I'm not even going to move the rest of the units. Let's just try and get them to get shot at. Avanti! There was a shot. I just didn't see where it came from. Maybe a mine, though? Feels like we're spotted, but I don't see an enemy in sight. Again, there's that sound. I'm not seeing any explosions, though. Where are we taking shots from? That is the question. Still no contact there in the front either. And I also want to move forward with the rest of these armored cars, so we'll bring them up at this point. And we'll start moving with the rest. We're just going to kind of spread them out at the bottom of Lemon Grove right there. Carro armato. And I'm going to quick move him. And then I'm going to hunt towards those buildings. I'm not going to go to the buildings, just in that general direction. And actually, even on this approach, we should mostly approach via the forest, if I'm being honest. So we'll send that unit there. And then I'm actually going to do a hunt maneuver with this squad over into that tree line. Do the same with this unit, because again, now I'm getting worried that we might have some Americans hiding and waiting in these tree lines for us. I'll always get a lot of crap from some people in the CM community that are like, "Oh, you're not playing this mission right," and it's like this is the first time I'm playing the mission. Like, I don't go through the mission 3 or 4 times or take a look beforehand. I just don't do that. Hey, Coffee, how you doing, man? I wouldn't say I'm back for good, but you know, I'm trying to just put videos up when I get the chance. Today I had some free time, and I figured, why not? Just got this from Slytherin Games, so I wanted to, or Matrix Games, I guess. I wanted to give it a look, you know. Figured might as well. All right, we'll take these guys. All right, they're headed that way as well, too. We're going to quick move into that tree line. Not quite what I intended to do, but that's all right. They can just kind of patrol around. And as for these infantry units, we are going to push. So again, a bit risky here, but I'm moving to that tree line, and then I'm hunting the rest of the way. We're moving quite a lot of units, guys, across the field here. Make sure that carro armato, that both armored cars are supporting us on the advance. We'll do this, and if they have any anti-tank guns, we're about to meet a pretty grisly fate. But here we go. Avanti. We do still have a scout team out front, but we are committing to a push. Some machine guns I hear? Have the Americans opened up on us? Oh, I definitely hear some shots. Okay, we're definitely taking shots. It's got to be an AT gun. It has to be. Or maybe even an anti-tank rifle. Maybe not. Well, there we go, guys. We spotted our first Americans. Engage. And yes, we are absolutely playing as the Italians. Okay, it looks like an artillery gun up on the hill, or even an anti-tank gun. 28 millimeter, I gotta get really up close to the screen. 75 millimeter mortar. I'm like 2 feet away from the screen, so I can barely see that. And we're gonna keep pushing. I'm not gonna stop the push. What I will do, let's grab these guys, cancel that movement entirely. Quick move here and there. I think the rest are moving okay. But we want to get some cover for the armored car, so I'm gonna actually try and get in that tree line. The rest of the guys just have to get into position, of course. That's the goal now. Cazzare. I think we can also start bringing up the mortars a little bit closer, perhaps. And then we can start setting them up. So I think I'm going to bring them, like, right there. I hope they're not going to be open to enemy fire there. But I feel like we could really set them up perfectly from that location. Has this armored car moved yet? No, he hasn't. Speeding right for that tree line again. I don't want to get hit by the gun. Let's go. All right. Hold on a second. Such an old-fashioned way to check a stream, but it's got to be done, fortunately. I don't know, like, dude, I have 2 smartphones, and neither of them can catch the chat unless I install the app, and I'm really not trying to install the app. Okay, let's back up. We just missed a lot. This is why I hate having to... It is what it is. All right, so one of our vehicles is hit, I believe probably by that gun up there on the hill, but our guys are getting nicely into position. Let's go ahead, push through. See where the rest of enemy fire is coming from. I'd also like to send some of our guys into these buildings if they can make it. They're going with that hunt maneuver, so they're being very careful. And a penetrating hit. That's what you get for leaving an armored car out in the middle of the damn field. I don't know why it just, like, powered through there. All right, so we've got an enemy machine gun position right there. We need our armored car to fire on the damn thing. Believe I can kind of spot it, but I think we need to do the hunt maneuver to really get it. They're remaining very quiet. So that MG is just kind of remaining there, not firing at the moment. They're definitely in that area. There they are. So I'm going to see if I can use the armored car to just directly target that position. Like, I know it's not perfect, but I'm thinking we'll do an area target. We're already doing a hunt maneuver with this unit. Let's stop this unit. Do the exact same thing, do a hunt maneuver. Over here, too, they're already doing a hunt maneuver. And for the infantry, I'm really just going to quick move to the edge and do the exact same thing. We really need that overwhelming force to beat them, I think. Otherwise, they are going to outshoot us, outgun us every time. It looks like we're also taking some fire from a sniper over there. Holy hell. All right, so we're going to stop that unit. We're going to stop this unit, and they're going to go after the sniper. Just quick move and then hunt towards that area over there with the sniper. Thank goodness we brought these rifle squads along. They are going to come in handy, but this explains why we've been getting shot from all sides. And then hunt. And I'm going to do the same with this infantry unit. We are actually just going to hunt with him in the direction of the sniper. This mortar, he is badly bloodied. So I actually want to go ahead and just dismount. Or not dismount, but or set up the mortar, I guess. I'm not even sure if we're going to be able to with this one. Can't acquire anything. Not even our bowels in this situation, man. We got guts leaking all over the place. And I'm going to have him stop. It looks like these might just be standard mortars because I don't actually see any setup feature. All right, let's go for it, guys. Pushing. Oh, sorry. Pushing, not pulling. Here we go. Oh, boy. Get him. That MG's firing away. Start shooting, man. There we go. We got some... We firing on the targets. Beautiful. Got some gunfire going down range. Infantry should be arriving, too. Let's just back up a bit because I want to see what went on over here. A lot of smoke. So let's just take a look as everything else is going on. Boom. Looks like the AT gun's actually focused over here, or maybe that's a mortar attack. Holy hell, what was that? Just a perfect shot by the enemy. Okay. All right, that's new for me. Jeez. Can't explain to you guys how much Murphy's Law applies when you are live streaming, dude. It is unbelievable. All right, so everybody's okay so far, oddly enough. I think that armored car firing in that location is actually keeping them down, so I'm going to keep doing that. We've got that infantry unit arriving. Should be able to take out the enemy. Had to have been that gun, right? The mortar, that massive mortar. It had to have been. So probably the huge mortar destroyed our group there. Nonetheless, we are going to keep on pushing. And I'm pushing right for that same area where the sniper was last seen. So I'll do this, and then I will hunt. And with this mortar team, or what remains of it, let's say, I'm just going to hunt in that area. All right, let's stop firing. I'm going to push forward, and then I'm going to hunt the rest of the way. I think the enemy will, or I should say the enemy machine gun up there was probably going to spot us. The mortar's probably going to spot us, but what choice do we have? Avanti. Here we go. Looks like we got some enemy infantry in that tree line as well. There we go. Nice. We did take a penetrating hit. I'm hoping we at least got to take out some of these MGs. He's backing up. He's backing up back to the tree line. Another penetrating hit. Yeah, that gun has just got a perfect view of us right now. It's amazing that nobody on our side died. But they are panicking. They did fire at this location with Americans. Maybe we should have played as Germany as a start instead of Italy. It's a tough push for the hill, man. I think that's it for the vehicle. Take a look here. See if we have any recommendations. We're going for the full battle. Why the hell not? Boop. Again, I'm not seeing a deploy weapon option. Looks like that infantry is actually moving into position pretty well, too, over here. So this might keep... they got chopped up, but these guys I'm talking about, they're going to hunt into that direction, so hopefully they'll spot any enemies before they spot us. And even though the vehicle's destroyed, I am going to bring this unit up just to draw fire. Bring them over there. Got some infantry over here. We'll actually bring them in this area. And we're just going to continue hunting in the direction of the enemy. We've got to come across them and stop them. Cazzare. Come on, boys, get up. We need y'all moving. They do not want to push. I've never seen a force so stubborn to attack. They don't want to attack. I mean, I wouldn't want to run into an MG either, but one of them needs to push. Just gonna back up a little bit to see if we had any contact over here. See, the enemy we may have spotted some enemies because they're taking position. They're in that hunt maneuver, so they have spotted something. It is very, very dangerous. It completely wiped that squad. My goodness. Do this. I'm just trying to think of different options. This is going to force them to stand. And then we hunt. Could try and call in some artillery. Let's do a point target. Should be able to strike that area. Due. Heavy. Long. 5 minutes is really not a great time, but we're going to keep it at 5 minutes. We definitely don't want to do immediate. Confirmed. Just taking a look along and across the battlefield. So no, I do think they have the mortars out because we are able to target the MG all the way up here. So let's try. We're just going to target that area. Why not? Hit it with the light mortar as much as we can. These guys are still pushing through, so I'm just going to have them hunt right to the end of the woods there. Got an officer group right there, but they took a nasty hit beforehand, too. Here we go. They are entirely focused on that vehicle, which is kind of a blessing at the moment. They're not really focused on our infantry, but our infantry is not pushing. You can see they're slowly pushing now. Slowly. I've never seen guys just so unwilling to push, like I said. Sorry about that, guys. Fireplace was kind of dying down there, and I was like smelling smoke. I had to go check that. All right, let's continue here. Again, unfortunately, until our guys will push forward, I don't really think there's much we can do there. We could keep the area under fire. We do have some additional forces. Nice. Let's bring them up quick. And I want to actually bring them... Let's try and swing wide of that position. So maybe even, like, over here. But we've got to try to stick to the tree line, so we'll do this. Hopefully we don't get shot along the way. So your guys fall back almost immediately. Now, we are hitting that location, at least with mortars, but we're not hitting that location with mortars. Again, they can target us almost immediately from the hill there and just get a beautiful shot. We might need to do a quick move with one of these units and draw fire. So far, though, no contact over here. Is that what we're hearing right now? Let's take a look. Nope. They are prepared to fire, but so far no contact. Yeah, actually some of our units are already pushing, so let's just let them do their thing. The rest are arriving, of course. They're going to have to cross a few fields. I mean, technically, we're only 11 minutes into the fight, so there is a lot we can still do here. So far, they have not opened up on us. Is it possible that all of those Americans are down? I do see some flames over here in the area. Oh, there we go. They're opening up. I spoke too soon. Come on, we need the guys in the tree line, though, returning fire as well. That's the only way this is going to work. Aprire fuoco. Nice. Come on, get him. Get him. Come on, return fire, boys. Return fire. At least we have the enemy engaged finally, and hopefully the focus of our men is going to turn to really pushing this advantage. See, I want a quick move. What we did with them is we quick moved a bit. Do a quick move and then hunt the rest of the way. Kind of forces the enemy to start looking for targets, but also allows our guys to start moving forward. And I'm also going to change the target arc of the mortar here, right there, to that house, because we know that there's some enemies in that building. I'd like to try and control it as best we can. With this infantry, what I really want to do is move towards that building, but of course we've got to cross a damn open field to do so. Nonetheless, there's no way around that, so we're going to push. Get these guys in the tree line over there. Forza! Yep, they're going to retreat. They retreat very quickly. And across an open field, this is not recommended. And the guys over here are just taking way too long to return fire. In fact, some are not returning fire at all. Some are just walking, not spotting the enemy. Come on. Thinking we might just keep that position under fire with some of these commander units. And they're going to drop some artillery on us quickly. It's looking rough. As you can see, it's a tough fight for the Italians here on Lemon Hill, to put it mildly. You don't have to fight. You don't have to do a battle this difficult. You really don't. In fact, I'm getting tired of doing it because we're getting crushed here. But there are a lot of options here, as you can see. If we go into battle, we've got catching a tiger, we've got Kiwi soldiers. Now, to get things like Kiwi soldiers, this is actually New Zealanders, and you do need to get the DLC for Fortress Italy. But we'll jump in and give you guys a look at least at this battle as well. Yeah, I even expected that to go a little bit better, and I know I'm terrible at combat mission, but my god, we could not move an inch with the fire we were taking. Now, this is once they actually get off Sicily into southern Italy. You know, and doing some serious battles. So we're going to jump right in and just give you guys a visual. This is another reason I absolutely love Fortress Italy. Just look at the aesthetic here. Like, this is a proper Italian village that's been bombed out, essentially. It's just really nice. Also, inside the cities, the house-to-house combat, the urban combat is beautifully done. It's obviously no exception in a place like this. I'm just curious to see what we're going to find here. Get these guys, set them up in this tiny villa. But definitely worth a buy. Like I said, I would consider this absolutely in the top 3 of the combat mission games. There's no doubt about it. Maybe the top 1. I think I would put Black Sea ahead of it just for personal preference. But in terms of like actual gameplay, I'm gonna have to go with this one. It's just fantastic. Gotta love those tracer rounds. Let's take a look here. That being said, guys, I want to thank everybody for stopping by. Commie Squid, do these Americans have M1 guarantees? Yeah, they make U.S. infantry very lethal, especially when they have a Browning machine gun. Yeah, they do, man. They could stop us in our tracks. Absolutely. That was pretty rough. Nonetheless, this is really more of an overview thing, and make sure that you guys can see that the game works, it's functioning, etc. Everything's working as intended. I would definitely pick it up. And this is, like I said before, for those of you that are just arriving, this is the version coming to Steam. So make sure to pick up a copy. It's fantastic. Thanks again, guys. Hope you'd like this, and hit that like button. Hope you like seeing Agrippa get absolutely massacred. Do not play as the Italians. This is a warning I've gotten on many World War II games, but I learned it 100% today. I really did. that was absolutely... Like, the Germans would have at least pushed through and taken the shots, and kind of like been able to take the position. But when you have those Italian squads, like as soon as they start taking rounds, they are falling back immediately back home to mamas. Grazie mille. Thank you so much for stopping by, guys, and I'll catch you on the next one. Combat Mission Fortress Italy. Huge win.